Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is just after 9 a.m. on Thursday morning. I am heading to Walla Walla a day early. So my daughter forgot that Minnie Moose does not have school today. Or tomorrow, so I don't have to wait until tomorrow afternoon to come and grab her. So I'm gonna head up today, and I'm going up now because she starts work at 11. So rather than paying for a day of childcare, I'm gonna go up today, this morning now, and spend the day with Minnie Moose while her mama works, and then spend the night up there. That way I get to actually spend time with my daughter too. And then in the morning when she leaves for work, then Minnie Moose and I will load up in the truck and head back here to the Tri and wait for Grandpa to get off work and come home so she can see her Grandpa. It was funny when we were making arrangements for me to pick up Minnie at her babysitter's. The babysitter was like, well, as long as she knows who it is, and it's like, oh yeah. She'd probably be running through the house screaming as soon as she saw the truck pull up out front. Grandma, Grandma, Grandma! My daughter's like, yeah, she never misses an opportunity to throw her grandma under the bus. I'm like, nope, I could never escape. That is for darn sure. There's no doubts to be left that I am her grandma. Well, any of them for that matter, because I've been Emma's grandma since she moved up here 5 years ago, and I've been Lauren's grandma since they moved up here, so they all call me grandma. So as soon as they see me, they all come running and screaming, Grandma! Pewee, skunky. Oh, there's a polecat somewhere. Ew. Still feeling kind of ucky today. I don't know what's going on with my stomach. Crazy. The wind does not help. It stirs up all the lovely pollens. I probably should have taken my meds before I started driving, to be honest. Now I can't get to them because they're behind me. light goes away. It is so nice to have the stitches out of my hand. And still tender. She said it would probably be tender for probably another week or so, but I have to do the scar tissue massage stuff, which really hurts. it's quite painful. But the downside to not doing it is that this lovely lump that's in the middle of my hand right now that feels like I have rocks underneath my skin. If I don't do the massaging, those stay. And it's not real comfortable at all because, yeah. So I will be doing the massage, as painful as it is, and trusting the process. She says it will get less tender the more the scar tissue is broken down. And obviously, the more time it has to heal, it'll get less painful as well. But a little stress ball that I have to sit and do hand strengthening exercises with. Build the strength back up in the muscles in my hand. And she's like, yeah, just call when you're ready to have the other one done. I'm like, well, I kind of have to go through the whole process if I'm at, to get my left done, because I've not had any kind of testing or referrals or anything done on my left hand. So it's not like I can just call her and be like, yeah, let's do the surgery. I have to go through the referral process, get the nerve conduction done, get the official diagnosis before I can have the surgery, so. But like I was saying yesterday, it's not anywhere near as bad as my right hand was. For the most part, I can do almost anything with my left hand that I always have been. I mean, I don't have full strength in my left hand, I know that much, but there's only certain things that make my hand go numb. One of which is holding my phone, texting, using my phone in general, whether it's holding the phone to my ear on a phone call, holding it in my hand, texting, whatever. That all makes my hand, I lose feeling in my hand. My fingers get all tingly. But for the most part, it doesn't just randomly go numb and start throbbing like my right hand would. I mean, like I'd be sitting and watching TV, and all of a sudden my right hand would just start throbbing. And it was like, I'm not even doing anything. What triggered that? Oh, I dared to breathe wrong in that general direction, and my hand would start hurting. So, my left isn't there. And so I'm okay not having the surgery on the left just yet. And she's like, if it ever gets to a point where it's constantly numb, definitely follow up. And obviously if it starts causing pain, to follow up. No, yeah, no, not a problem. Not a problem at all. But I forgot my brace. As I'm sitting here consciously trying to hold my hand in a specific almost is like, like there was just a big major fire or something, but it's not smoke, it's haze. It's just, low cloud cover. It's crazy. I'm telling you, the weather shifted, and it shifted fast. I miss living where there's that slow, gradual, it's like, oh, today this week it's 100, and next week it's 95, and then a week later it's 90, and it takes months to go from 100 to 60. Here, because I mean, there's multiple factors at play, but a big part of it is that we are in a canyon. So we can go from 90 to 60 in a single day. Makes for some miserable days because you're always in some state of sick because of the weather. The constant temperature changes. And then this time of year you add in the seasonal changes on top of the temperature changes. Taken pictures of the netting, because the golf course runs right next to the highway. They have nets up to keep the golf balls from flying onto the highway and hitting the cars as they're driving by. But in the winter months, that netting freezes, and it looks really cool because it's it's all up in the air, and during the warmer months, you can barely tell that the netting is there. But during the winter months, and it freezes and it turns white, there's this wall of frozen net just kind of hanging in midair, and it just looks so cool. And I've got some pictures of that. My background on my Facebook for a long time was a close-up of a chain link fence that was frozen and had icicles growing on it, which was really cool. And I don't know, as those that complain about where I live, you know, there's definitely parts of it that I do appreciate. You know, and things, and I get to see things that, you know, people in warmer climates don't. You know, I will never like the snow. I don't care. I like to look at it from inside my house where it's warm. I would like snow to come and leave in a single day. You know, drop, let us look and ooh and ah and have a little play and then go away. If it were up to me, that's how it would work. But it's not up to me. So I just drive in it as little as possible. Holy granola bars. So look ahead of me, guys. You can see traffic is just disappearing into the fog and appearing out of it on the other side of the highway. I would like to be in the other lane so I can be doing the actual speed limit, but everybody that was behind me decided to move lanes. This is crazy. I'm not used to seeing this. I'm used to this down by the water, like right at the river line, but not on the road. This is crazy. It's still too light outside for them to auto turn on. To be honest, I don't even know if the flea market is still open, because it is second week of October. They may have closed for the season already. It looked like a lot of the tarps were down already. Oh yeah, see my low tire pressure light is off. The air inside the tire warmed up and now we're normal. It is currently only 49 degrees outside according to my truck. Brr. this is where I was definitely wanted to make sure I had my lights on, was during that little intersection there, because it's kind of scary through there on a clear day with trucks trying to enter and cross, and everything, what have you, and so on and so forth. Kind of excited for my grocery delivery tomorrow. I mean, we'll see if it's all that it's cracked up to be, because if it is, that's sweet. It does come by FedEx, which is what reminded me of that. Passing a FedEx truck and coming up on a FedEx truck. It's delivered via FedEx, so yeah, we're clearing up. Hey, I can see in front of me. Woo! But yeah, I mean, there's a promo code that it gave me. And if my delivery goes off tomorrow without a hitch and the products all look like they're, edible, there's no like major issues, I'll definitely post the promo code onto my community tab, although I think it expires on the 16th, I think it said. But I mean, if even one person gets to take advantage of it, great. For people in other countries, I don't know. I didn't look far enough into it to see whether it's available in other countries, specifically like Canada and Mexico. Since we're all at least on the same continent. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't look. I did not look. But I have cheese. I have a bunch of vegetables coming. I have some beef ribs coming. Some cereal. Can't remember what else is on my list. But the email I got said I saved $36 worth of produce from going into the dump. From going to waste. So I will take that. $36. I paid, my bill was $133 total. But yeah, $36 of what I bought is stuff that would have been discarded by American consumers for being less than perfect. I know I have apples and grapes coming. I know there's broccoli on there. Yeah, and kind of what they do, I've done a little bit more research on it since I first signed up. Each week, and it is Saturday. You're shopping. You shop from Saturday, and then it closes on Monday for the week. They auto-fill your grocery cart on Saturday when it opens. So you go through, take off anything you don't want, and add anything you do. And if you don't make any changes to it, or you don't check into it at all, say, you get busy and you forget, then whatever is on that list that they preloaded preloaded, they bill you for, and you automatically get it shipped to you on Friday. So if you forget, you better hope. I mean, you hope against hope that there's that you have shopped enough that they've got a fairly decent list, and there's not too much being sent to you that you don't like or wouldn't use, and you're not going to have to try to figure out how to get rid of it. But again, it's like if you don't want an order for that week, you just have to tell them you don't want an order for that week, and they'll cancel all that they've preloaded. But I believe too, like I was saying the other day, that if you remove enough that it's under the $40 limit or the $40 minimum, it automatically cancels your order anyway, and you don't get billed for anything. But it just seems to make more sense that if you don't need any groceries this week, when it opens up on Saturday, you immediately let them know, hey, I don't need anything this week, so that they don't spend their time doing, putting your cart together, and, products that sit in your cart for 3 days could be going to somebody else's cart instead, rather than it counting as out of stock because it's in your cart, even though you have no intention of buying it. So, I mean, just out of courtesy, for me anyway, out of courtesy to them as a company, if I continue to stay with them, that, as soon as the cart opens on Saturday, I'll make the decision whether or not I need anything this week, and if not, let them know right away. I already have an alarm set on my phone to remind me when it comes out, and to check my cart. On the surface, I mean, at least right now, it seems like, it's a really cool little service. It auto-populates your cart based on, your past purchases. Right now, they're just, randomly throwing stuff in because I've only ordered, one cart from them. But, it'll start auto-populating based on my purchase history. And, once I update my cart, there's nothing else I have to do. It automatically bills the car. I don't have to check out. The cart automatically closes on Monday. It automatically bills on Tuesday for whatever is in the cart. It automatically ships on Fridays. So it's like, you don't really have to do anything, which is kind of cool. As long, like I said, as long as what they're advertising turns out to be, what they're advertising. But I will definitely let everybody know. My first shipment is due tomorrow, so. I definitely tend to do a lot of my shopping online / curbside pickup, because it's too hard for me to walk around the store and do all the shopping and then still have the energy when I get home to unload all the groceries into my house and then put all the groceries away. It's like by the time I'm done even getting the grocery shopping done, I barely have the energy to load it into my car in the first place, let alone to unload it and put it away. So the curbside stuff has been really a godsend for me. And this is even better. Comes right to my house. Which I realize that, Walmart has a delivery service, and they do, they can deliver out to my location. I did already check about that, but I don't want to pay a monthly fee for something that I may not use enough to make it worth paying for. Stick the visor up, but it's just still the haze. It's like, man, it's giving me a headache. For the delivery service through Walmart, I'd be tempted to order a little bit every single day, so they, or every couple of days, so they have to come out to my house every couple of days. Just because, I feel like that's the only way I'd really get my money's worth. It's not closed anymore. I was trying to figure out why the truck up there, and everyone's like, oh, brakes. But again, with this, I pay for what I buy. It's not pay for the subscription and then pay for what you buy. You only pay for what you buy. Oh man, I'm gonna be stuck behind all these trucks. And another FedEx. That's what I rear-ended when I wrecked my car, was that kind of FedEx truck. To see what's coming at you from the right is a nightmare. And the fact that I can't turn to the right makes it even worse. It sucks though, because I'm stuck behind a truck. For most of the drive, because it's a two-lane highway almost the entire way. And I don't like passing on a clear day on this road, let alone when the weather is what it is right now. I'm like, I would not trust what's coming at me. Be prepared to stop, one lane ahead. Boy. There are flaggers up there somewhere. I see something that looks like a person up there. Hopefully, as much as this is being closed lately, hopefully they're repaving this part of the highway. One can only hope. debating on whether or not to put my car in park or sit here with my foot on the brake. And it's a truck, not a car. I can't tell. If there's still traffic coming. Oh, yep, there are. There is. Wow, my grammar is all over the place today. Yes, there are. There are still traffic. See a semi coming without lights on. He should have his lights on, especially as foggy as it is. I'm gonna put my truck in park. Should have just waited a few more minutes. Oh well. I still can't get over how foggy it is. Mr. Flagger Man. Accidentally hit resume on my cruise control. Didn't mean to do that just yet because this guy in front of me is taking forever to get back up to speed. Thank you. You kind of sort of have a good visual all the way up around the bend to be able to like see what's coming at you and to pass, but do wish there was another way to get here other than going. I mean, I could go south and go across the river into Oregon and go that route and then come up in through College Place and stuff, but that's a long way out of the way. And yeah, it's probably close to an hour of driving. I mean, it'd be nice. It's nice to have a change of scenery for sure, but definitely not worth going out of the way just to avoid construction. Passing that sign back there makes me wonder. For my viewers in other states or even other countries, do they put signs up like that for people who have died as a result of DUIs? And that sign back there was commemorating or memorializing, I guess is a better word, the death of somebody who was killed by a drunk driver back there. I remember when it happened. Driver crossed center line and head on right into her. Like that all over the place. Not just DUI deaths, but deaths on the in general along highway. Just even from just vehicle accidents. They oftentimes they'll put a sign up memorializing that person. It's been a long time since I've really been outside the state of Washington. I mean, I was just in Oregon not that long ago, but I wasn't really paying attention. If I'm being truthful about that, I wasn't really paying attention to the roads much. But it makes me wonder, do other states do that? Do other countries do that? They gave us signs for one lane ahead, but the road never closed. Interesting. I know it does up here, though. Texas all kind of wonky up here. At least it did last time I came up. Anyway, a couple weeks ago. Before the new highway, you used to go off that way, off to the right, and you stayed at 60 miles an hour the whole way. And now this is the exit to that old highway. But stay on the new highway, you get to do 70. At least until it drops you back onto the old highway anyway. Should take you guys out that way sometime, show you what I used to have to drive. Because I think the new highway was already open by the time I started filming my drives. I think. Somebody that doesn't realize the speed limit goes up to 70. I know I didn't the first couple times I drove through here. Couldn't figure out why everybody was flying past me. Because there's not really any speed limit signs on the side of the road. It's like at the very beginning, letting you know that it goes up to 70. And then at the very end, letting you know it's dropping back to 60. But there's like nothing in between. So if you miss that first sign, you don't know. Unless you have one of those special cars that tells you what the speed limit is. The Taurus did. Well, my truck doesn't. Woohoo, it's warmed up a little bit. It's a whopping 53 degrees outside. It's blistering out there. Day with the munchkin by myself. So maybe we'll go to the aviary park. See if she wants to go see the birds. Doesn't look like it's raining over here this time. It's just a little on the chilly side. Not sure if I have a sweatshirt in here. I didn't think about that. I didn't think to grab one. I didn't think to look for one. one delivered yesterday. I'm working on a couple more packages. I've got one person that I've already sent her the specimen slides, but I forgot that I was gonna go through like my stamps and my stencils and my die cuts and stuff and see if there's anything else that fit her themes, because she's currently working on a crime themed journal as well as an Alice in Wonderland journal. I kind of mentioned that a little bit on my Temu haul yesterday, that I'm going to punch out some little teapots for her Alice in Wonderland. I've already got cameras, little cameras, little cars. I'm going to stamp off some blood splatter in red for her. And stuff like that. And then there's already white rabbits in there for her Alice in Wonderland. And then I'm also putting together, somebody else has a request for mermaid and sea stuff. So I've got her package going, of like lobsters and crabs and fish and turtles and seahorses and mermaids. I still have to do the stencils for her, so I can get those mailed out. But I also have three people that are looking for Japanese book pages, which oddly enough I have a ton of. Because as I've said in previous videos, I love Japanese, Chinese, Korean. I love their writing. Can't read it, have no idea what it says, but I love the way it looks. See, and I forgot the speed limit dropped. Slow down. And I still have a whole box of books out in my garage of Japanese books. So I'm thinking, rather than tearing them out, pages out of this book, pages out of that book, because I have so many, I think I'm just going to wrap them each up and I'm just going to send them each a book. Because then I can just send it through media mail and it doesn't cost as much. It'll be cheaper sending a book through media mail than it is to send individual book pages as a large envelope, as ridiculous as that is. Because yeah, like I said, I've got a ton of books in the house, and I still have a whole box of books out in the garage that I haven't even touched yet. So I might tear out some, because I have music. I have sheet music that's written in Japanese. Never knew there was a thing, but it's a thing. I never really gave much thought to music being written in other languages. Like the words, obviously, yes, but like the music notes themselves being in different languages never occurred to me. So I might tear some sheet music out to put in with and then send them a full book, and that way they have as many pages as they want, and they can use what they want and do with the rest of the book whatever they want. I totally forgot about media mail. Somebody mentioned it in the group the other day, and I was like, oh yeah. books, CDs, stuff like that are, obviously, because it's media, but that's just to my left and I are like pacing each other. They're doing probably just a couple miles, maybe a mile or two slower than me. So it's like they're like right on my back bumper, and it's like, okay, I can't move over because they're like right there. I mean, I could speed way up and drop in front of them, but then, you know, they're going to be on my bumper. Over here in the left-hand lane because, yeah, although there is a second car coming up behind them, I will just speed on up, drop on over. Little silver car can go flying past me at way above the speed limit. I'm already doing 5 over. Speed limit is no longer 70, dude. So over there to the left, over by the water tower, that's Walla Walla State Penitentiary. That's our prison. It's where the Green River Killer is. Ridgeway. He's over there. Gary Ridgway. There's actually a couple serial killers currently being housed over there, but he's our local guy. I mean, local as in Washington State. He did most of his killing on the west side, a little bit in Yakima, if I remember correctly, but he's over here in the state pen in isolation. What it would take to be able to go in and talk to him, you know. I'm like, dude, why? What was your motivation? What do you think the turning point was in your life that made you become a serial killer? Probably have to have a press pass or something. Take you over there real quick. We just do a quick little drive-by, but nope. I gotta get over to my daughter's. It's just a little after 10, so she's got to leave for work in half an hour. Are all still closed. beat up driving through town. Oops, I pulled my straw out of my drink. Mid-drink. Think I could go right and connect in, but not uber super positive. Let's go down one more block where I know the road is not closed. Yeah, it's not closed there. I could have went there, but that's okay. I guess I'm going right. I was going to change my mind. I'm going to change my mind. Go left. Sorry, people. Tourist here. Right, I connected to second, and then I have to make a left and go like many blocks to the left anyway. So I'm like, let's just go left. That makes more sense. It's just a matter of now knowing whether I'm too far left. tried to park in front of her, but you know. Alright, head on in. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.